All right, what's going on, man? How solo travel will increase your status. This is it. So I have a lot of experience with solo travel. I'm 28. When I was 24, I quit my job. I went and hitchhiked across the United States. I filmed it. And then I went and I canoed down the East Coast. And in between that, I lived in Hawaii, lived in Asia. And crazy awakenings happened and will happen to you if you solo travel. All right? If you solo travel as a young man. I believe that as a man, our experiences, our age is not so much of an indicator of who we are as much as our experiences are. I know a kid that's 24. He's like a 16-year-old. He hasn't done anything. He's only been listening to his mommy and daddy. And so that's a big part of it, the whole breaking from your parents, all right? A lot of young men, you guys, are listening to mommy and daddy, and they don't know what's best for you. They want you to be safe, secure. That's what their advice is going to be. Their advice is not good advice for you. If you listen to your mommy and daddy, you're going to wake up when you're 40 and you're going to be fat, you're going to be a loser, and you're going to hate your life. Okay? So a big part of becoming a man is breaking with mommy and daddy. And solo travel is a great way to do it, okay? You got to go do something dangerous. You got to go to a dangerous... You got to do something unsafe, all right? I wouldn't necessarily say go to a dangerous area, but go out into the world solo, all right? And if you want to work up to it, go with a friend to a place for like 2 weeks and travel with him. Fucking A, man. Swear to fucking God. Shit sucks. That. If you want to work your way up to solo travel, go with a friend for 2 weeks. Go travel with a friend for 2 weeks, and then get used to that. You know, get used to the uncertainty, the discomfort. That's what it's all about. So, and then plan a solo travel trip. I'd recommend Southeast Asia if you're in the United States, Southeast Asia or Central America. Pretty cheap places. Central America is probably one of the best because it's a low plane ticket, and it's cheap and it's close. So go out and solo travel. What will happen is that your whole worldview, your whole mind view, you broaden your horizons and you see what's possible. I never thought I could go and live on a farm in Hawaii. I never thought I could hitchhike across the United States. You got to start doing things that you don't think you can do, and then go do them and go try them. Like, start doing things that you might fail at, like over 50% you might fail at. And, you know, going and living in a farm in Hawaii, you might have a terrible time. You might, you know, but if you want it to work, you'll make it work. Going and living in Asia or wherever for 3 months, you might blow your bank account. You might, you know, get arrested or something. But you know, if you want it to work, you'll make it work. And you're gonna be tested. Your manhood is gonna be tested. You're gonna come back a different person. And when they say like, oh, you're gonna go find yourself on trial, I'm gonna go find myself. I actually believe in that. You carve out who you are. If you don't know what your passions are right now, if you don't know what the fuck you want to do, yeah, it's no shit because you haven't done anything. Those things come, that knowledge, that intuition comes from taking action. And I see solo travel as the best way to do that. The best way to like become a man. If you're in your early 20s, solo travel is the best. You gotta go out, you gotta make friends. When you're living in a foreign country, you gotta learn a bit of the language. You gotta learn how the currency works. You gotta learn how to do plane flights and plan travel and stuff, these are things that you're not going to do at home. You're going to be in that routine and stuff, and mommy and daddy's going to be telling you what to do, and you're going to be doing that. You're going to be like a baby, a 25-year-old baby. And back to the mom and dad point, I think a big part of the value of solo travel and how it's going to increase your status eventually is that you break with mom and dad. I had my mom crying to me. Telling me not to go hitchhike across the United States. And at that point, I had made my mind up, and I was like, I knew in me that what they wanted at that point was not the best for me anymore. Because until you're 18, everything before 18, yeah, they help you out. But after 18, you got to go do your own shit. You're a man. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? You got to go do what you want to do and try it out. You don't know if it's going to work out. Yeah, that's the fucking point. You got to go see if it's going to work out. It might not work out. Whatever. Dude, like, we live in the safest fucking world ever. And you're not going to go try this shit? Like, come on. You would never do it You'd never do it. If you're not going to do it now, you're never going to do it. So, the break with mom and dad is a huge thing. And it signifies to you that you're becoming an adult, you're a man. It also signifies to your parents that they can't control you, and when you go and do this stuff and you come back successful and unscathed, your parents are going to be like, "Oh, okay, well, I don't think he needs us as much anymore." And they're going to be kind of relieved. If you don't break with your mom and dad, resentment will build. Resentment will build in you and your parents. Okay? You got to go do this. All right? They're going to resent you because neither party will really know why. They're going to resent you because they're going to think of you as weak. Deep down, they're going to think of you as weak. And you're going to resent them because then you're going to start blaming them for everything in your life. So you got to go break with your mom and dad. You've got to break it. And solo travel is a great way to do it. You got to freak your parents out a little bit. So how is this going to raise your status? Like, oh, yeah, solo travel. I'm just going to be like a traveling bum, whatever. Well, you're going to get life experience. You're going to become more capable and resourceful as a man. And when you come home, you're going to be able to do things that other motherfuckers cannot do. Okay? Because you're going to have the resolve to do it. You're going to know what you do. You know what you're capable of. The more you know what you're capable of, that's where true confidence comes from. Confidence is not just like you sit in your room and fake it. You got to work for it. Because confidence in a man is knowing that, oh, well, I've done this before. I've been through crazier things than this before. Yeah, of course I can do this. This is nothing. This is easy. Whatever. So it's going to be a huge building block in your early 20s to go and solo travel and building status at home, wherever you go. It's going to be a huge building block in that because you're going to be resourceful. You're going to not be just like swayed by every little thing that goes wrong, because you deal with that over solo travel. You deal with that in Thailand when the immigration office tells you overstayed your visa and you had to pay all of your money in your bank account because you get a fine. That actually happened to me. I was an illegal immigrant in Thailand, and I overstayed my visa on accident, and they told me I had 10 days to leave and I had to pay a fine for every day I was stayed over. So, and then I had $7 in my bank account. But I left Thailand and I made it happen. I made money and I made it happen. Like, dude, if you do that, you come home and you're like, yeah, this ain't shit. What? Everyone's gonna seem like a little bitch to you because, I mean, the people who don't do this shit, they can't handle certain things, you know? So if you want to handle more things, if you want to be able to set up yourself to increase your status like crazy, go and solo travel. All right? Become a man. Break with your parents. Go and solo travel. And then come back a new man. All right. Peace.